Alright, we have another Field of Glory 2 Digital League Season 8 battle. This is Late Antiquity Division A. I have the Bosporans with Roman allies versus Arabs with Sassanid Persian allies. I believe Arabs with Sassanid Persians was one of the lists I put as one of my choices, and I clearly did not get it. We have a mostly narrow battlefield. I think that is a good thing. Let's see. I think we're pretty evenly matched in foot missiles. You can get elephants and a good cavalry wing and a not very impressive infantry wing of light spear sword types. We will want to make sure that we ride over to cut off this passage. Maybe even send a unit of infantry over there. Okay. Auxiliary archers can post up on this hill. We'll grab our light artillery as well. They're a good buy at 24 points. Slingers, archers, more light archers, more slingers. Maybe put them over here. Alright, how many is that? 8 units of infantry skirmishers and 1 massed archers. Slightly less than what he could get, and I suspect he will max his massed archers. Okay. His infantry is poor enough, though, that I don't feel the need to invest more in true heavy infantry. These 78-point legionaries. Instead, we can grab the imitation and mediocre varieties. Grab this warband as well in case I need to operate in this rough ground. Light javelin horse, always a good buy. Light horse archers, I'm not as convinced. Okay, now I need to decide if I'm going to push out. I might need more cavalry and missiles. If I'm going to stand my ground, I might want more infantry. I think I will invest in nomad horse archers and the light horse archers. Though I don't like them. I will avoid the nomad light horse archers. I just don't think they're generally worth 40 points. It's situational, of course, but okay, you know what? We're just gonna be indecisive, apparently. Light javelin men. Grab some noble lancers. And the Roman legionaries, after all. 18 points is more of a deficit than I like to leave, generally. Maybe I'll drop the Noble Lancers and grab Armored Noble Lancers. That leaves a 2-point deficit, which I'm fine with. We'll general up these legionaries. And this warband, actually. Warband are so volatile that I think it's generally worth it. Alright. Something like that. If there are elephants here, it could get interesting. Perhaps we'll send Unit Auxilia over there. Alright, that's our deployment. We'll maybe push, maybe not. Depends on his army composition. Probably the most difficult to deal with will be if he camps this hill and this hill, especially this steep hill. And I would have to funnel out and then choose a direction. That would be awkward. I don't really expect he'll be so obliging as to just hurl everyone this way, but if he did, that would be nice. Next turn. Let's see what we've got for deployment. Lots of infantry. 6 units to that flank, so we'll rush our own cavalry over. At least our lancers. I'm actually not sure about the horse archers. Well, we'll need to get out of this marsh in any case, so let's start with that. It's always good to keep in mind that 5 tiles is a range of combined movement and missile range for slingers and close range archery. Okay, we'll see how far it's willing to come. The light artillery is very nice to have to put pressure on these elephants, though they are vulnerable. Unfortunately, I don't think it would be wise to push in here right away. I would just get bottled up. I mean, this might end up being a skirmisher's sideshow, to be honest. Next turn. Okay. Get more bows over there. Lancers a little bit closer. Soon then. We will give him the advantage of the first shot. That's too bad, but I think we have enough missile troops that I'm willing to accept that. This could end up being a standoff. If it is, I'll start peeling units off from here. In fact, I'm tempted to do so. I'm going to start doing so now. It's easy enough to turn these guys around if I want to. And yeah, we'll see how close he gets. If he wants to slam into my line up on this hill, great. If he stops there, then I will figure something else out. Next turn. Okay, it begins. We're going to take some disrupts here, but we should be able to just fall back. See what these archers do. Oh, elephants move forward. Are they in range? They are. That's unfortunate, but okay. He has greater numbers, but the mountains funnel him in, so he can't easily take advantage of it. Are we both content to sit here, or is he... Oh no, he's shuffling his better cavalry forward, I think. He's shifting over, we'll shift over as well. I want these light javelin horse. These are light spears in the charge in the center skirmishing. We can always turn these nomads back around, but I want them to be ready to rush in. So question for this line of Lightfoot is, do we want them to target the masked archers, or do we want them to target the elephants? If we disrupt the elephants, he'd need to cover them with his own foot, which we could then push with our foot. If we target the archers, it would force the elephants a little closer, but I don't know if we'd get a better chance to disrupt them. We'll start with this. A good start. I think we target the elephants and accept losses to our skirmishers. Although there will be quite a few losses to them, I'm afraid. Damn. That is what it is. Withdraw this unit. Okay. I can move and throw, or I could charge and they would evade. So I guess I'll move and throw for now. Good. I will want to disrupt this unit. I can't break this unit, he's just going to cover it with his own infantry, but it at least means that they can't get immediately involved. And now I can switch targets to this unit. I think it is good for our lancers to remain here, though we will not push it. Onward. Okay, you will experience a slight jump in the volume of the audio here. My apologies. Hopefully I can just keep it here and not muck with it anymore. Alright, the bickering commences, and my lights will suffer as I expected them to. Alright, looks like a standoff there for the moment. Do I want to disrupt this unit as well or fragment this one? Tough call. I think go for the frag. Very good. And I might want to go for the disrupt and then charge, at least on this wing. Well, let's conclude our skirmishing first. Okay, so question being, what portion of the line ought to push? Good. Run away. And desist. Right. At this point, it's looking like I won't actually need arrows. I might need shock more. I'm going to do this so that my archers are in range of these elephants, even though moving before shooting is generally not the best. And these Roman legionaries can tank some arrows, so we'll shuffle them in front of the mediocre legionaries. Okay. Whether this grinds out or is decisive will depend on my opponent's next move. If he withdraws his elephants and backs up his whole line, it could get a bit awkward. If he moves his line up to cover his elephants, then I could crash through them. And there's going to be a little bit of an awkward dynamic here as my line stretches forward, but I hold my cheaper and lower quality troops back on this hill. I might be forced to throw them in more than I want to. Onward. Next turn. Oh, I thought that was the elephant for a second. Uh-huh. They're all falling back. So what do I do? He's covering the elephants. Good call. Go for that disrupt. Good. Shove them off. Now I need to start making some real decisions. I think we are going to accept some archery fire. Right. see if we pursue into the elephants and break them. No. That would have been a bit too much to hope for, I suppose. We can go for an auto break if we kill 2 of them. Sadly, we only kill 1 of them. Now, these elephants are in a safe spot to rally, unfortunately. Am I leaving too few here? Possibly. Do I care? Do I care? No, I don't care. It's perhaps foolish to abandon all of these men with the general, but I really want combat power over here, so that's what we're going to do. Let's shuffle you back over here out of lack of anything better to do. Okay, next turn we can start pushing this end of the line because the situation's gotten a little bit dangerous. In fact, it might lead to bad things already. But I really want to try to force a break on an elephant in order to cause some more havoc in the line. These units are full strength, so they might not drop, but the possibility is delightful. Okay, let's see if we get punished for our counterattack here. Ah, they're getting away. What a shame. Okay, let's go for a break. Very unfortunate. Will you please die? Fine. Force the issue and start harassment immediately. I don't really expect great things from this shooting, it's just to force movement. I wish I could do that. One javelin cast from light horse is not going to do the trick, I think. More troops turning around here. Do I push then? Could be worth getting ready to push. Or at least threatening to push. Okay, let's see here. We will... This is a little unfortunate because my armored lancers are going to be moderately disordered until these elephants get out of the way. But I don't like being shot at, so we're going to push. And we're even going to kind of hem our own horsemen in, which is also kind of a terrible idea. But nothing for it, in we go. What about that? Come on. That's more like it. And we can just keep... Here we don't necessarily have to come down up the hill, we just need to shoot until he falls back or charges. Shuffle these back and push the artillery forward. If nothing else, it'll force the elephants to keep moving away from us. I'll take that. Okay. This is looking pretty good so far. It really is gonna hinge on how much damage I can do by breaking this elephant unit. Next turn. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Any drops? No. Just a disrupt on these archers, unfortunately. Another held frame. I was hoping for a lot more from that elephant break than we ended up getting. Right. Held firm. Work on those elephants again. Oh, what a shame. Maybe force a drop. No, just a waste of arrows. Fair enough. Another held firm. Don't want to do that because we'll push them back and get flanked. So instead we'll just hurl ourselves in here. Ugh. Finally, some progress. Okay, how bad off are you? Pretty bad off. We can either throw these in to break up the archers or march here and turn to flank threat, but then we'll just get locked in by these anyway. So it's either going to be to charge here or charge here and rescue the cavalry. I think we'll rescue the infantry first. Right. Who's left? It's getting awkward to find uses for my skirmishers here. I think I'm going to turn another unit of lancers around at risk of eventually being overrun here, but I think I don't care even if that does happen. So how's this going? You know, I was hoping this would be going better. I was hoping to get a disrupt on this line. I was hoping this elephant breaking would cause more damage than just that. I was hoping these wouldn't rally up so soon, or that I could frag them with the artillery once they did. And I was hoping that, you know, this unit charging my lancers would disrupt, or the defensive spears charging my auxilia would disrupt, because that put them at negative 100 POA. negative 125, including quality, when they charged. None of that happened. On the other hand, I can't really complain because, although there isn't any kind of massive collapse here, which I was hoping for, at the same time, my line is steady and I'm not in immediate peril. So, we'll see what the next turn brings. Next turn, an interesting pursuit happens, apparently. Of course. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. I assume that is what he was referring to. It could cost him. It's hard to say. Right then. Let's see what this break does for us. Nothing. Okay then. Probably a good call, though we might take some fire now. Oh, that is unfortunate. What are the odds? Simply a 25 from armor advantage. Looks like that'll be good enough, though. We'd like to give my irregulars a chance to fall back, so we're going to take a slight risk here. But we hold firm. Right, and then we're going to shoot as many arrows as humanly possible at this unit. Even at half arc. And even with disrupted units, we need a disrupt on this unit so that we hold out long enough. Good. Combined with the hill, that should keep things even for a while between those units. Now, I was hoping to shoot these damned elephants, but it's not going to happen now. I think I will turn to threaten this unit of horse archers so that they stand and shoot. We hit them with artillery. Right, Alright, so the only decision left is, do we charge? Yes. Ah, what a disappointment. Oh well, this is still going pretty successfully. This is slightly dangerous, but we have more lancers coming to fix any problems. So, hopefully this break causes more exciting things to happen, and we're going to have to protect the flank of this legionary unit. Next turn. Okay, that's more like it. Very lucky. If they'd held for a turn, well, it would cause disrupts, but if they'd held for a turn, we would have been flank attacked. Unfortunately, these guys are going to break. Unless... no. Let's see, shove them off. That's okay. We'll lose this unit then, but we have large enough lead that that's not overly concerning at this point. Right, the mountain is in the way. Okay, who's left? That's it. This is annoying, admittedly. There isn't a great chance it'll drop these guys right away, though. We are about to annihilate these two units, break through here and here. So, I think we should have this in a few turns. Next turn. Held firm for now. They're still doomed, but that is useful. All right. I'm starting to run out of things for my lights to do at this point. I need to just stand here and tank some bow fire, but they're at low ammo and we're in charge range, which gives them a malice to their shooting, so not a huge deal. In fact, I'm confident enough that I will general up on this mediocre legionary unit. Held firm. Very good. Oh, I should have shot at them. One more casualty would have done them in. It's a decent charge chance, but I'd rather put my primary zone of control here to block these Bedouin light horse from charging my artillery or lights. He's starting to peel light units off from here, so I could push it, but I see no reason to, and I also don't really see that pulling units off of here would accomplish much at this point either. So we'll see if he actually starts peeling the non-lights off, and then we can push. Waste of arrows, but at this point, why not? Okay, we're in a good place. Next turn. Let's see. Yeah, as he says, a narrow battlefield is definitely key to how this has gone. It's not quite over yet with those rallies, but it would seem difficult for me to lose at this point. Oh, for some reason I thought... Ooh, that could get a little awkward. Should I, like, do something here? I guess I have more points sitting here than he does, but it doesn't really seem worth doing anything about it. Double drop? Or auto break? Auto break. General up to hold out against a flank attack if there's time for it to happen. It's really too bad we don't have anything that can charge that. Awkward. Do we wait for the flank? I think yes, general up to hold, and if there's a next turn, we flank. There will not be a next turn. In that case, go for more. More. How bad is this? Quite bad. Don't really know I'm doing anything, but just out of habit, I suppose. And I guess theoretically he could rally 9% back. Seems kind of unlikely. Even with victory guaranteed, I can't quite bring myself to just charge forward into a horrible trap. Oh right, you. Turn around. Do it for fun? Do it for fun. And fall back. Okay, so hopefully that should be game. Right, so our final turn. Okay. So, the narrowness of the terrain really helped me. I had so much impact foot, but it was armored and expensive. So if he had, say, camped his infantry and elephants out here with cheap Bedouin lancers lurking on the edges, that would have been pretty awkward for me to attack, although the light artillery still would have been very useful against the elephants. And of course, I did have a decent army composition for fighting a cavalry heavy force as well with all these lights. I wonder who ended up spending more points on this standoff. Maybe me by a little bit. 162, like 194 for him. Oh, we're about even, so we sort of just canceled each other out here. Yeah, not much to say. The skirmishers did their job. They screened me, and I think maybe the elephants were the one thing. It would have been hard to cover them from the artillery, of course, but if you could have advanced the infantry in front and at least covered them from the skirmishers, you might have been able to get them into action more effectively. But nevertheless, very exciting. Could have gone differently with some bad luck for me, but it would have had to be a fair amount of bad luck, I think. So, good game to Morbio, as always. And till next time.